Good afternoon and welcome back to Houston Real Estate Today. I'm your host, Steve Levine, publisher of Real Estate Executive and Builder Architect Magazine's great show, Grace First segment with Carol Fusco with Realty Pros of Texas. Great information on real estate in general, particularly West Houston and Katy. And when I asked Carol about a great team, I forgot to ask her about the great team of affiliates she works with and who she'd recommend for insurance. I forgot to ask her that question.
Yes, you did, and it's Chris Levine with Farmers Insurance.
And he just happens to be here. See, I knew that he answered that question, but I just want to make sure you guys understood that Chris is our agent and very knowledgeable, writes for Real Estate Executive Magazine, editorials, and is licensed insurance agent. Chris Levine is with Financial Services Agent with Chris Levine Farmers Insurance and Financial Services. He's Vice President of B&I. Business Networking International, West Memorial, and a member of the Women's Council Realtors, yay, West Houston chapter that Connie and I both belong to, and a lifetime member of the Tennessee PTA. He's worked for the restaurant industry for over 21 years with Louis, and now focused on insurance needs of the restaurant industry, as well as taking care of the individual clients and giving them peace of mind and protection, approaching the handling of insurance needs. Chris is a good friend, and he's a terrific insurance agent. I almost said real estate. I'm just used to real estate agents here. And we are very proud and glad to have Chris on the show. It's taken quite a while to get him here, but here he is. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hello, Steve. How you doing? Happy Friday to everybody.
Well, happy Friday to you, sir. Glad you're here, all dressed up and tied. See, we told him we're filming, so he got all dressed up for the occasion. Well, Chris, let's get right into it. Severe weather approaching here in Houston. The hurricane, hail, tornadoes, like we have seen in other states recently, and particularly tornadoes. But what are some of the things people should keep in mind about their homes and their insurance?
Steve, everyone should know what their policy covers. And if you're not sure, contact your insurance agent. You know, there are some areas around Houston that require separate windstorm, flood insurance policies. You may have three separate policies, like if you're down in Missouri County. It's best to have all those with one agent, so all the coverages will match.
Do some people actually have different agents for different homeowners insurance?
Yes, they may have their homeowner's policy as one company. They may have gotten their flood insurance through another agent. So we should try to consolidate all those into one company or with one agent.
Hindsight's always 20/20. I wished I had known when Tropical Storm Allison blew through, was that 7 years ago, that just because you have structure insurance doesn't mean you had content insurance. And we were underwater and had a huge mold issue, so that we learned very quickly. Sometimes my hardest lessons are those that I learned by doing it the wrong way the first time, but we're back on board with the right companies. Well, tell me more about home inventories. What's that about?
Well, it's recommended that you do a home inventory, so if something ever did happen, then you'd have a knowledge of what you had in place there. So regardless of how you do it, a written list, put on a CD, photos, videotape. Keep your inventory along with your receipts in a safe deposit box or a friend or relative's home. Right before Rita, I took a video camera throughout the house, the closets, drawers, everything, and videotaped that and had the videotape with me, so when we left, we knew exactly what was in the house.
That's smart. Just go ahead and video each room before something happens. And especially with today's digital cameras have a little video mode, and go ahead and take the photos and the videos and have them ready to go.
Right. The best time to do a home inventory is when you're moving, because you're touching everything as you're moving in or moving out of your new house. And if you contact my office, I'll send you a list that you can use to do that with.
Excellent. Well, if a big storm hits, and let's hope it doesn't, how does a client know if they should make a claim?
Well, of course, if there's visual damage, call your claim service. Farmers, that would be 1-800-HELP-POINT, or your claim service through the company that you have. Now, if you suspect damage or if you aren't sure, call your claim service so an expert can come out and assess the situation. Sometimes people are afraid to file claims because of the loss there, afraid their rates might go up.
Absolutely.
But, the insurance companies, they price that into the policy, for the windstorm and losses like that. So.
And then how do you know if you have enough coverage? What is enough coverage?
Well, you should review your policy annually with your agent. Ask your agent how you determine the value of your home. If you made other improvements in your house recently, such as adding a new room or upgrading your kitchen, make sure you take that additional square footage and those upgrades and share them with your insurance company so you make sure you have enough coverage so if something was to happen, you need to have the replacement cost needed to replace what it was before.
Now, is the amount of the homeowner's insurance always in direct proportion to the most recent appraisal?
No, sir. You know, we do our through a Marshall and Swift appraisal. It's built into our quoting service on our dashboard there, and that gives you the true reconstruction costs, you know, involved in rebuilding the house. You know, clearing the debris off the land, hiring an architect to redraw the plans for the house, you know, getting an independent contractor out there to build that house back the way it was before.
All right, with flood insurance, is there a separate policy or?
Yes, sir. You know, your standard homeowner's policy does not cover flooding. You can purchase flood insurance directly through your homeowner's insurance agent. However, your policy is actually provided by the National Flood Insurance Program through the federal government. And, you know, Steve, over 25% of flood claims happen in areas that, you know, flood insurance is not required. So,
No kidding.
yeah, it's an important thing to have. You know, flood insurance is very cheap, and it's also the #1 natural disaster as far as insurance costs.
Now, any break on, is there insurance coverage for mold?
Yes, mold coverage is available.
Available. I'm sure it's a premium though, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we could talk for a while on mold, but I told you we wouldn't do that. I heard that Farmers is a big supporter of the March of Dimes happened here, to be a hero.
Yes, sir. Farmers last year was the largest single-day supporter of Be a Hero for Babies. We raised over $2.7 million in one day. And next Tuesday on June 3rd, we're going to have a program down at the Kroger's on Kirby from 10 until 3, to where you can come down and make donations and help the cause, along with the farmers agents. Or you can contact my office and make a donation, or your local farmers agent. Excellent.
Now, Chris, you're very active within the real estate community. You have a lot of realtors as personal clients and a source of referrals. Tell me what you can do for a real estate agent.
Well, you know, I'm involved in a lot of items, networking and marketing and things like that, marketing groups. And so a lot of times I can take those agents and work with them, introduce them to other people that may help their business. I work by referral also, just like Carol does. So it all works together. You know, you build a circle of friends and a circle of influence, and it helps build everybody's business.
Well, you're very active in networking. BNI, how many chapters do you participate in?
Just one chapter, but there's 35 chapters in West Houston.
I know our producer, Stephen Kay, is a very big proponent of BNI and other networking groups, and but he often shares some of the best networking opportunities on his website and also on his show, which follows at 3 o'clock every day, Life, Business, and Money. And Chris, how long have you been involved in insurance? I didn't even ask that.
I've been in insurance for 4 years. Like I said, I was with Libby's for 21 years prior, and you know, I left there and decided to start my own business and got into the insurance business.
Well, we're blessed to have you, and we're glad to have you as part of the real estate community. You're a great asset and good friend, and you're a terrific agent. All those things all wrapped up in one. Tell me how people, real estate agents and general consumers, will get a hold of you, your cell phone number, your email, etc.
Well, my office number is 832-252-9413. Again, that's 832-252-9413, or CELINSTX@gmail.com.
Repeat that one more time.
CELINSTX@gmail.com.
That's why I asked you to repeat it. Just make sure you do it.
Sound like an old football
Anyway,
play to me.
we'll be back with more great information on use of real estate today, so don't you go away.